Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. Today is double Hermitcraft day. We haven't done this in a long time, and do you know what, I thought it'd be something I'd do on a regular basis, but now I think it's just something we'll do once in a while, for no particular reason. But yeah, every now and then we'll try and do this double Hermitcraft day. So if you haven't seen this before, the way it works is there's going to be a second episode that's coming out later today, but you guys can unlock that earlier by liking the video, and then if we hit like 1,000 likes before the other video is ready to come out, then I'll just publish it earlier, and it gives you guys a way to support the channel, which I always need, because you know that stuff really helps me out, and then you get something back in return as well. So that's the plan. There's going to be 2 episodes of this, and I'm recording this one before I've seen the previous one because that snapshot came out on Tuesday, so I thought, right, I'm going to have to push Hermitcraft back to Wednesday, to Thursday I think I put it out, and then yeah, the snapshot video would go out on Tuesday. So I haven't actually seen your feedback on the previous video. I really want to find a solution to that industrial smelter, so in the second episode today we might go over there, and I do have another project lined up as well, but this first episode I want to make some progress over here at the XP farm. Now, talked about this a lot, got stuck, didn't know what to do, and that can happen, but today I came over and looked at this and thought I'm just going to crack on and do something, because my problem is I'm a bit of a perfectionist, you know. I want to make something that looks the best I can make it look, and that usually gets in the way of me actually doing anything. So with this thing over here, what I want to do is just get on with it and build and see how it looks. You know, if we don't get anywhere with it, that's fine, but as long as we're doing something, I'm sure we'll be able to come up with something cool. So I mentioned about having these jungle trees. We've got one over there, and I didn't pick up any bone meal, but I killed a skeleton. I was supposed to go and pick up some more bone meal. Can't get this tree here to grow. Already wasted a load on that. I've got a feeling it might be because of these trees, so why don't we chop these down quickly. That's one thing I'd like to know. I've always found with growing the big jungle trees that you plant one, you grow it, it's fine, then you try and plant another one near it and it just takes forever for it to grow. And I think it must have some sort of something or other in the code that detects, I don't know, other trees nearby, and there has to be a certain radius for it to grow, or at least the odds are very slim that it will if there's another one nearby. It seems like that anyway. So yeah, I wanted to have these jungle trees around here and maybe make a bit of a jungle area. Not sure what I'm going to do with that, because it's going to be quite hard to construct a sort of canopy or anything like that. So I'm just going to grow a few trees and see what happens. And then down here I was thinking of changing all this stone brick and using jungle wood, and maybe not going for this whole, you know, perfect size room with everything being symmetrical and even, and just make things a bit more natural and free flowing, which would really suit what we have here, because this is in the side of, you know, what we're trying to make look like a natural high point over here on Avalon, like a little mini mountain or a hill. And since you last saw this, I've done a lot of terraforming here as well. I've just covered over the top, and I think it looks good, but we've still got more to go. So I think what I'm going to go do next is grab some bone meal and try and plant a few more of these jungle trees. There we go. I've been growing some trees, and I think what you have to do is just clear an area around it. So it seemed like they wouldn't grow until I made sure there was no adjacent anythings. I was going to say blocks, but anything at all around it. So no torches or even long grass around this area here, and then they seem to grow. Yeah, and the last one that I did, I actually had a block in that area, and I thought, let's see what happens. It wouldn't grow. As soon as I removed the block, then it grew. So what I want to do now is just traverse around, I think that's the right word, travel, basically, around the area and look at it from different places. And I think for this to work, it does need to be a bit bigger than it currently is, like the area that it's taking up, because we're going to turn this into a sort of jungle canopy. So this one over here I think is fine. I think we need another one somewhere down here maybe. Let's try that. Let's put one right there, so remember, nothing in the immediate area around it, and then put some bone meal on all of them, and there you go. That seemed to work. And yeah, so we just want to develop a bit of a canopy by having these close enough together that the leaves sort of overlap, so then when we look at it from different areas we're going to see the canopy effect, which I think is very important. And then once we've got one of those and these are nicely spaced out, then I think what we can do is focus on getting some smaller jungle trees, and you know what, I am running out of saplings, and I don't think I have too many in reserve, so I might have to go over to the jungle biome at the quarry. No, is it called that? The wasteland. I don't know what everyone call it. I come up with different names for stuff all the time. But that area over there, I'll go over there and get some more saplings from that place. And do you know what? This looks really nice. This is all lit up by the torches around it. And that is something to take note of. I think at night this could look really cool if we keep it so that all of the jungle area is nice and dark. The ground will be lit up, of course, but then we'll have our XP tube going through the middle of it. So what I plan to do with that actually is to have maybe a jungle tree quite close to it, and then have some branches coming off of it and make it go up into the tree, so have some leaves around it and stuff like that, and then drop back down again. But I will continue planting down some more trees and trying to get that nice canopy look going. Okay, lots and lots of trees there. I really did think I'd only have a few, like maybe 3 or 4, but the more I place down, the more I can see you do need quite a few to make them work together. So what I've been doing is sort of looking up and finding the gaps in the canopy and placing trees down in those gaps, and I kind of left an area here in the middle. I'm thinking of placing one right here, right next to this, so we can attach it to that, but I'm not going to do that straight away. What I want to do next is now focus on some of the smaller trees, which I want to put around the outside first, because what am I looking for? Ender pearls. If we just ender pearl over here and have a look from this direction, then you can see it looks nice. And now it rains. But we need more canopy just in front of it, so it's a little more mysterious. And from over here, actually, it looks really cool. It's like its own little jungle mound. So maybe that's something that we want to take into consideration. We could make it a bit steeper on the other side if I feel like doing some terraforming. But I don't know. I probably won't do that actually. Now that I think about it, I've done enough terraforming. So yeah, I'm going to go around and now start planting the single saplings and growing the smaller trees, so we can kind of get that canopy to come down and be around the edge, and then we'll take it from there. Well, I've just spent the last hour or so doing this. I thought I'd have to show you some progress, so I should have recorded a little clip before, I guess, but the canopy came all the way out to about here. I went along there and back round in the side there. I removed all of this bit on the ground, and I had like 10 saplings, the ones that I want, the jungle saplings. So I decided that what I would do is clear up this bit here, kind of create a bit of a border, and then just move into taking out the jungle trees alone. So I took all of them out around this area, and yeah, I've got not even a stack of jungle saplings. So I'm probably just going to head back now. I think I'm going to need to come back here and get some jungle leaves at some point as well, so I'll have an opportunity to get more saplings then, but hopefully 54 will be enough. I've got a feeling it won't, but anyway, I'm going to go back and start planting those trees. So I may have overreacted. We've got more than enough saplings. I had another 10 in the chest here as well, although I am thinking about expanding it over in that direction, but I'll talk about that in a moment. This is starting to get nice and dense now, which is what I want. It's starting to feel like a jungle biome, and I'm really enjoying this, you know, carving our own biome. It makes me feel like when we get down to the interiors down here, you know, it's going to be a lot easier. I've already got some ideas on how I want to do things down there. So everything is looking good. Let's go take a look at it from some different angles though, that's what's important. Over here it looks really good. I've already seen it from this side. There we go. Yeah, it just needs to be a little bit bigger, I think. It does look really cool. And I kind of feel like maybe it does need a couple more trees on this side down here, but I like the way there's like a cliff to sort of divide it from the trees down here, which I'm probably going to plant a lot more of on both sides of our mob transporting tube that we have there. Maybe a couple more trees at the front of here, but I like how that looks. It does feel like it's missing something, and I think that's the leaves on the ground that you get in a jungle, so maybe when we get round to adding that, it's going to look good. Let's go over and have a look from the other side. Looks pretty decent from over here as well, I think. And this is where I'm thinking of actually expanding it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it does look a little bit small, and we definitely need more trees. I've mainly focused on planting them on that side and the far side that we just had a look at, so we do need some smaller trees around this bit. The reason I didn't do that though is because I was thinking of bringing the jungle biome out over here. So you can see there's these little dirt pillars everywhere. That's just me kind of mucking around and marking out an area where I think it could go. So what we could do is maybe do a bit of terraforming here, bring it out at this level, kind of make it come over to around here at that height, and then it can go steep for a little bit. So it would come down here back to this level, and then that kind of creates a natural divider where it's gotten slightly steeper. Then that would meet up with this steep edge here, and maybe we bring it around to here and make that nice and steep, and then come back across the front of this pool here. And I was thinking the pool could maybe even make a really cool little entrance, like we could have a little pathway that leads underneath, maybe some sort of secret way of activating it, and it could take you to, I'll tell you what it could take you to, the observation area, which you can get to from this at the moment, but I could easily modify that. And hey, we've got some mobs in here. Hello. Safely behind the glass, where I want them to be. So yeah, then over this side I was thinking, here it's really steep as well, which kind of suits the whole jungle biome, having a steep divide, I think. I'm not really sure if I want to extend it all the way over here, but that's something else that I could do. I could bring it out to this bit and just make that steeper, and again I could go across the side there, but I'm just not sure about that at the moment. I think I should just focus on the bits where I am. And so last of all, let's just have a look at it from over here. Looking pretty cool. Again, I think it looks really nice. You can see where I put dirt down and some of the trees are on top of that, so I'm going to go over there later and remove the dirt and put the jungle trees so they go right down into the ground. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turning out, so I'm just going to continue planting down more trees and do a bit of terraforming as well. So I have mainly been working over on the other side doing terraforming and planting more trees, and then I wanted to come around here and start working on making this jungle canopy look more together. So I started off by placing a few jungle leaves on the ground there. I was also wondering, what would a jungle biome look like if it was in the middle of a desert, you know, having all sand around it? Because I think those two textures work together quite well, the jungle leaves and the sand. But anyway, I started placing them on top of all the grass blocks that we have around here, which means I can remove the torches as well, which is something I like. I kind of get annoyed by seeing torches everywhere even. And then I came out here, and do you know what? It looks really cool like that. I do think it needs a bit of variety. It needs some leaves to come over the dirt in places, and maybe a few mounds as well, but that looks really nice, and it means that we can keep this jungle area nice and dark as well if we were to cover the floor with jungle leaves. So that is what I think I want to do. I want to get this nice, mysterious, dark jungle going, where we've got hardly any torches in there. We'll have some in the central area. And do you know what? I think it's going to look so good when this is finished. We're going to have this dark looming jungle on our island now. And if I just pop around this side, I really should have brought some ender pearls with me. Don't know why. I don't know what it is lately. I just keep forgetting to pick them up and use them. I've just been walking around everywhere. And when I have a look from over here, you can see I've put another tree down there. I want to extend the jungle biome over there a little bit. I'm wondering if we should bring it out here and put loads of jungle leaves around this bit as well. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. For now, I'm just going to continue laying down more leaves on that side and get it to where it looks like it's finished. Well, I'll tell you what, I've spent a lot of time working on this, and I was hoping to get, you know, more recorded alongside what I'm doing here, but man, this can be tedious, but I am very much enjoying it as well. I also recorded a little time lapse which I decided to ditch because I went out. Oh wow, this is the first time that I've seen it at night really. And yeah, do you know what? I think it needs more light. The light is really nice, and I brought some glowstone over with me, so what I could do is hide some glowstone deep in the ground and then have some leaf blocks, so it comes through some leaf blocks, but you can sort of see the light but not the glowstone. I think that's something I'm definitely going to have to add. And the light is coming from just around there. I don't think there's any torches around that bit. But yeah, I spent a long time just putting down the leaves, coming over here, randomising them a bit, trying to use different leaves as well as just the jungle blocks, and I'm really happy with how that looks at the moment. I think it's great, especially over there where the leaves just go over the edge of that. I like the way that gets exposed. But yeah, this time lapse that I recorded, I went out into the jungle, and I remember a long time ago on Hermitcraft, I went and destroyed one of these by using what are they called? Those things, shears. That's it. And I sort of swung around in a circle, and it was really quick to take apart all the shears on top of a jungle tree, and I thought it would make an interesting time lapse, so I recorded that. But do you know what? It doesn't really. It's just someone, you know, chopping down leaves, so I left that out. But yeah, that took me a lot of time. So now what I'm thinking of doing is starting to lose the jungle leaves around this area, and bringing in lots of grass and sort of make a transition to this top area here where there'll be little bushes and things like that, but not so much lots of jungle leaves like this. And that's just for that side as well. I'm not sure, actually I am sure, I think I'm going to continue that going all the way around the side here, and then possibly over to this bit, although I like how steep this is, so I might just have a few bits of leaves hanging off the top here and kind of let it, or leave it how it is at the moment anyway. And earlier I done this, I didn't show you it though, I made a little pathway. Now this you can see is the top of our tube for transporting the mobs down there, and I just thought it'd make a good pathway, so I added some more wood blocks to the side, and I think that works. To where it goes I'm not really sure. I'll probably have like a ladder here to take you to the top of the XP farm if you want to go up there and have a look. And then round the side here it just leads round, and this will go through all the jungly stuff. There'll be lots of stuff here. Yeah, when we get to that part, and then it leads through into this area. So what I might do with this at the moment is actually leave it quite open. I do want to change these stone bricks to jungle wood, I think, or maybe have a mix of both, and this bit here will stay the same. I might change these though. I bet these will look nicer with, yeah, let's do that since this is now jungle themed, this area. And do you know what, this might be a good opportunity to use mossy cobblestone and things like that as well. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'd use that, but maybe around the outside here. I don't know, the jungle has that Aztec feel to it, doesn't it? Like ruined temples and things like that, so maybe we could try and incorporate a little bit of that into this. But at the moment I'm going to keep focusing on the terraforming, finishing off this side here. I'm going to add those lights next and extend all of this jungle round the side like I talked about a moment ago. So we've made a really good start to this project, I think. This is looking cool. I've seen it from lots of different angles now, and it really does kind of stand out and grab your attention. So if we put the time and effort into, you know, making this look really nice, then I think it's going to be one of those places you'll want to check out if you're new to this place, say if someone comes by and takes a visit. So I've done this bit over here. I think I might redo this bit. Do you know, I like how the stone sticks out on the side there. I think I might have more of that, and maybe remove the sand here, because the way it goes up the hill doesn't look too natural, although I don't mind the sand around the other side. So yeah, perhaps a bit of work to do there, but let's get in the boat and just go around and see this from all different angles. Now I think when we get round to the other side I'm actually going to make a cut, and then we'll come back round here at night, because oh yeah, that does look really nice, doesn't it? I tell you what, the sand looks great. If you just mix it in with the dirt, like by itself it doesn't look too great, but when you've got sand and dirt nearby and the jungle leaves kind of breaking it up, that looks really nice. We got a couple of sheep swimming around over here as well, and yeah, I'm very happy with that. That is really nice, very nice from this side over here. But yeah, I'll make that cut and we'll have a look again at night so we can see some of the glowstone. There's a little bit there if you can make that out. Oh, derpy mouse. There we go, look at that. That looks really nice at night. The light definitely improves it, and you can't really see directly where the light is coming from, but because you've got these little cocoa beans everywhere, it kind of looks like they're giving off the light. And yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and I love the way there's lots of light up the back here coming through the grass, and that's just at the sort of height of these trees here, and I imagine when you're down there it would look the same through those ones there. So that is really nice, and this is a great project. You know, I talked about it doing the jungle trees over here, and it's not until you come down and actually plant a tree and start thinking about it that you're ever going to get anywhere. As is with most ideas, if you have an idea, always act on it, because otherwise it just stays an idea. And yeah, I decided to act on this one, which we did have a long time ago, and this is turning into a really fun project. I can really see it turning into a nice place here on Avalon. But today is Double Hermitcraft, and next episode, which will be out shortly. I don't think I'm going to be working on this. I really want to take a break to get your feedback, although I could continue working on it. I do have a couple of other projects in mind, so I'll probably go and work on one of those. And yeah, all you guys have to do to get that other episode is just like the video. Of course, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. The next episode will be out 4 hours after this one. You just get to unlock it earlier, which is a way for you guys to support me and for me to give you something in return, because I know you all love Hermitcraft. And so there'll be a thing on the screen right now that you can click if you want to go watch that episode. That's if it's up, of course. Getting muddled over my words there, but anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.